Hey Music City kids, Dr. Don here, and we're continuing our talk from last time about how to find the healthiest produce. Remember, the 4-digit number with a 3 or a 4 attached to it was conventionally grown produce, and it does have some pesticides associated with its growth, but the 5-digit number with a 9 attached to it means it's organic. Well, why is this important? Well, sometimes there are a lot of foods that have a lot of pesticides, and sometimes those pesticides can get into our bodies and may not help us be as healthy as we can, because we want to limit exposure, and we're exposed to all kinds of things every day, and we just want to limit our exposure and make sure we can be as healthy as we can. So there's a list called the Dirty Dozen, and I've attached a list here that shows the 12 foods, a dozen, that are the most important to eat organic. And the top of that list is strawberries. And we've talked about strawberries before being high in vitamin C and bioflavonoids and what those are good for, but they are the number one top of the list for having lots of pesticides in it. So if you can, you want to make sure you get those organic if possible. And you remember the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, we want to make sure those apples are organic so they can actually keep us healthy and vibrant. Grapes are on that list, and even potatoes. And I know a lot of us eat more potatoes than we probably should. French fries, mashed potatoes, they're just kind of everywhere. But these are the big foods to keep organic so we can just avoid our exposure to things like that. Now, there's another list called the Clean 15. Now, these are foods that are not quite as important to eat organic, and they have the least amount of pesticides. Avocados are at the top of that list, and we've talked about them being really high in magnesium and potassium. The asparagus is on that list, and broccoli, kiwis, and we've talked about these foods before, but those aren't quite as important to eat organic. So the big thing is the 12 Dirty Dozen, the most important to eat organic. And I do have these to show you. This is from a group called the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org, and they do have a lot of information about keeping a healthy environment and eating good, healthy foods. So, the Dirty Dozen is what it's called. 12 foods, the most important to eat organic. Strawberries, apples, tomatoes, potatoes. You guys can look at this list. But it's just a healthy tip to help you guys stay healthy. So, thanks for joining. Back to you, Tamara.